This is a tale of two cities, Barrie and Kitchener. Recently, the city of Barrie evicted encampments from its parks, including those sheltering indigenous people, leaving the displaced individuals with very few options. On the other hand, Kitchener has adopted a completely different approach to homelessness. Waterloo Region District School Board donated a piece of land to build tiny homes, and the city of Kitchener helped construct some of the houses. We visited the site called A Better Tent City with a team from Ryan's Hope in Barrie. The site has more than 40 tiny homes. These homes provide residents with access to free food, laundry facilities, and bathrooms. Following the visit, we spoke with the Better Tent City co-founder Nadine Green and Ryan's Hope co-founder Christine Nayler. Following is the video of interviews and visit.
Hello, my name is Nadine Green, and I live at a Better Tent City in Kitchener. Well, our Better Tent City started in 2020, but before that, I had a convenience store, and I was housing people who were homeless, because for the people who didn't want to go into the shelter system. So I sought to turn my store into a drop-in center, and it went from there into a shelter. And from there I got evicted, and then I met Ron Doyle and Jeff Wilmer, and they offered me a solution to come to their event space, to Ron's event space called Lot 42, and a Better Tent City was formed. So that idea was Ron Doyle's idea. So when we came there, first we had tents. I lived in a tent for 7 months, and after that he was going to his cottage, and he saw somebody building a tiny home. He went, spoke to the guy, and then he ordered 12, and that's how the tiny home came about. This land is owned by the school board and the city joined together. So we moved here in 2021, October 26, 2021.
And how was that talk with the city? How was that talk with the school board that getting the land?
It was good. We didn't know what to expect when we moved, but everything worked out, and we've been here since 2021. So we didn't get funding at first. We got private donations and grants. We just got some funding from the region right now, but before we didn't have that. And people do pay their rent here. So we have our common area. It has a laundry inside, a kitchen, living room, and we have our showers out here. Most of our food comes from the food bank, and we get some donations, and some of the stuff we buy, like the juices and creamers and stuff, coffee, but most of our stuff comes from the food bank. So the sidewalk was built by the residents. Thank you, Charles. And we have a community garden that's built by the residents also. So the residents engage in the community. We have 42 tiny homes, 50 residents, and we have some guests that are here. So the process is people usually wait, like people usually just hang out if they're guests and they wait for a unit to come about, and it usually takes a long time because we don't have a big turnover, because people don't leave as fast, so, and we don't give people a time limit. They get to stay for as long as they want until they're ready to move in somewhere. We work well with the residents here, and we have one of our residents does garbage, so we have jobs for people. So one of our residents does garbage, and each day he goes around and gets the garbage, and he gets a small pay, like a stipend, and we have people just doing jobs and help. We have a site superintendent, and he goes around and makes sure that everything is done right, and we work together with the residents. It's a community, it's a home, and I also live on site. That's my house right there. So I live on site, and that helps. Like the message that I would give them, that we did it here in Kitchener-Waterloo, and they can do it in Barrie, and they can do it anywhere. Just set up a tiny home to help people who are living in encampment, for the people who want to live rough, so that they can get to live their lives on their own live their life on their own terms, and it can be done. Do it, and then you'll see. People will thank you. Eventually, many more people are gonna. If things don't change, people are gonna need more tiny homes. Regular people is gonna have to live like this if things don't change. I just think they should just do it, or somebody should step up and just set it up like how we did it here.
Yeah, so I've been following Nadine's story in a better tent city since the beginning of COVID when they first started and operated, and I just think it's a beautiful story about how this community was built organically through committed citizens of realizing there was a better way to care for people in their community that were experiencing homelessness, and with everything that's been going on in Barrie with like evicting encampment residents with them having no place to go, I'm like, there's a better way we can be doing things in Barrie, and let's go and visit a few communities where they're further ahead than we are. And so Kitchener seemed like our natural first step to go to visit a better tent city, because what I really love about this place and what I'm learning more today is that they're just meeting people where they're at, and they're giving them a place to call home, and they're not like setting people up for failure, where a lot of supportive living communities that people have, they're supposed to be low barrier. They're supposed to be places where people are able to be successful, people that are experiencing chronic homelessness, and they actually end up not being places that people can actually be successful in, because there's so many rules and regulations that people have to follow. Whereas here, a better tent city, they're saying they're not trying to control people's life. They're meeting people where they're at. They're giving them a place to call home. They're giving them a community to belong to. People are able to have jobs here, so they have received a grant where they're able to pay people for taking the garbage, caring for the lawns and the property, and doing different jobs around the helping in the kitchen and stuff like that. So they're giving people a sense of purpose. They're giving them a place to have as a home. Visitors are welcome here. There's no like visitor policy where they have to be approved by people. You're allowed to have visitors come and visit you, and it's just a really beautiful community. And I think something like this happening in Barrie is a first step. It's a start to like caring and creating a more kinder community for those people in our community that are struggling. Well, the first step would be finding some land that we would be able to set something like this up on. Whether like there's a lot of city property, there's a lot of county property, there's government properties that could be made available for this. But we need a government, at a municipal level that's willing to actually work with people and actually come up with a solution other than just trying to make people disappear. Because moving people from encampment to encampment, park to park is not a solution. It's going to take a long time to build affordable housing, but what do we do in the meantime? We can set up something like a better tent city with these tiny cabins and a community space where people could live and be in a safe place and get the support of a community. So we'd need government support, we'd need some business and some people with money to be able to support the purchasing of the cabins and stuff like that, and just some volunteers and stuff that would be committed to making this become a reality in Barrie. The openness of the place, so there's no fence, there's no you've got to check in to come here. It's just people are free to come, people are free to go. Visitors are welcome here. When we came in and we were waiting for Nadine to come to give us the tour, there were people that do not live on this property that were sleeping in chairs and sleeping on the couches in the common room and stuff. And Nadine was showing us the place and showing us that they have laundry facilities. Laundry's free, and anybody is welcome to come here and do their laundry. They don't have to be a resident here. The kitchen is open 24/7, so whether you're a resident or you're just a visitor, somebody that's living on the street or that has a room somewhere else but you don't have money for groceries, you're welcome to come here and share a meal in community. So just the beauty of the sense of community, and that everyone's welcome and everybody belongs, and there's no rules and barriers that people have to follow. They're just accepted as they are.
That was the update about the homelessness in Barrie and Ontario. Thank you for watching.